13, follow-up. So you started working with your customer about, say, 4 or 5 months ago. You did prospecting, qualifying, you did your homework, you approached them, you presented to them, you handled all the objections, and you closed the sale. Is that the end of the story? Not at all. Actually, that is the beginning of a relationship, as I told you earlier. So will you be out of energy when it comes to, after closing the sale, will you want to work with the customer? Probably, you'll be tired. So will you be out of energy by the time the sale closes? Most likely, yes. Okay. Now, should you just disappear after the sale? And the answer is not at all. You should not disappear, because once the relationship starts, you're not going to just disappear, right? So you need to make sure that you are up there. And that is why the follow-up is very, very critical. So what is follow-up? Follow-up is essentially a way to ensure that you are keeping up with them, you are making sure that every promise that you made is actually being delivered. And what are the different type of things that you can do during the follow-up phase? After signing the contract, you can schedule delivery, confirm. Okay, that confirmation component is the major thing. For instance, you are the salesperson, but there is somebody technical expert that will be actually delivering the product, and they will be setting up the equipment in the farmer's location or in the customer's location. You have to make sure that there is training going on, and you have to make sure that everything is done correctly. And if they have to do any credit checks, it will be done by the finance department, but still you are the salesperson. You need to be engaged with the whole conversation that's going on. And also add the customers to appropriate company correspondence. If there is some kind of a newsletter, or if there is some type of a follow-up email that you have to send, say 3 months down the road, 6 months down the road, 1 year after the service, after the sale, then you have to make sure that their contact information is included. Generate invoice, send welcome package to new customer. There will be some other type of brochures and leaflets and handouts that you need to give. Introduce key people to the new customer. Who are the important people that can handle technical problems after the sale? They have to know. So you are the salesperson that is acting as a bridge between the customer and your company. Schedule, say, status call with the customer. And one another thing, you can also get feedback on the whole process, how the product worked out, whether they are happy, will they be able to provide some type of a positive word of mouth for your product with other clients. So you need to think about all these things, and they are all very important. In fact, there is a short video clip that talks about how you can write a letter as a follow-up. So let's click open, watch it, and go from there.
Hi, this is Laura Turner, and today I want to talk with you about how to write a sales follow-up letter. Just like writing a follow-up letter to an interview, a sales follow-up letter is very important for you when you're making a sale with a client. So you can keep that avenue of communication open. You should, of course, send the letter in standard business format on company letterhead, as I have my example here, in order to keep all of your information current with them. Address the client, of course, in the upper left-hand corner, and then, of course, address them by their first name or their last name, whatever you feel comfortable with, however you know this particular client. And thank them, of course, for choosing your company. If this is a really big sale that you're doing a follow-up letter for, which I assume it is, then you're really going to want to drive home, thank you for choosing us over choosing the competitors, and sort of make this letter into a thank you for choosing our company, rather than we want to make sure you're going to pay us back kind of letter. So then give them your contact information of the salesperson that they should contact if they have any questions, and make sure that they can contact you, because this is a way of reaching out and establishing communication with your client. So you really want to make sure that you can get in touch with them and they can get in touch with you. And also you might want to enclose a copy of the sales receipt or anything else that you need to give to them that they did not get in the last meeting with you. So those are just some tips for running your sales follow-up letter to a client.
So they are some good pieces of advice, and I hope you will be able to incorporate some of those things. Now, why do you have to follow up? We will talk about it in the next video clip.